Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Toad TV. I am Mary Beth.
I'm Helen.
We are the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow. Today I am wearing my Dingley Dale sweater by Isabel Kramer. I did it in Crab Pickin' is the blue color, and I'm pretty sure I'm Late is the pink.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So Crab Pickin' was, I think, our 2020 Maryland sheep and wool color. It was supposed to be the blue crabs, and then the I'm Late is from our Alice collection that we did probably in 2020 also, in and around there.
Yeah.
But Helen is waiting for this to come up so that she can monitor comments. But
I have totally forgotten the name of my sweater. It's in some pig.
And it's by Boho?
No.
No?
No, it's not her.
Okay. I don't know.
Let's see.
You will find it. However, we just finished doing a quick round of dyeing. Do you have colorful fingers? Not today.
No, my glove. We have
gloves.
much better gloves. So.
Anyway, we did a quick round of dyeing. We had to do a couple of colors. We threw in another Advent color, so we are slowly but surely just working our way through the Advent so that when we're ready, it's going to be perfect. Liz is saying, is it the Kala sweater?
It is. Thank you very much. It's totally
Okay.
left my head. And it's in some pig, one of our older colors.
Yes. But one of our top
most favorite,
colors.
yeah.
I love that color. This was actually quite a lot
I
of
may
fun
even
to
have it
knit.
on backwards because it feels a little weird, but we're
Nobody can
friends.
tell. I love it that you guys know our sweaters better than we do.
Did you see the picture I put in front?
I just did. Oh my gosh.
Well, thought it was fitting as far as vacation is concerned.
Ruth Ann, it's such a pretty color, such a pretty sweater, and
I'm going to do one of those.
She did the stripes on around the
I think it was
ribbing,
that there was supposed to be just a little bit.
but I love the hint
Yeah.
of pink coming through. It's very, very comfortable, really comfortable. So
Maybe that will be like my summer project.
okay, all right, okay. So what?
I have new colors in my head.
Oh, okay, all right. Oh, any of those combinations would be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to discuss afterwards. Sadly, you can't know yet. It is, yes, it's such a pretty,
It's a
flattering.
preppy too. It's a very preppy
Yeah. I
color.
had the preppy handbook in the 80s. I loved the preppy look. So today is the Friday of Memorial Day weekend.
Which is just ridiculous.
I'm not sure how that happened. But we thought today we'd talk to you guys about vacations, because for us, well, for me, Memorial Day is the start of summer. I know that it's not the actual start of summer, and I know that a lot of people still have school, so it really isn't the start of summer. But for us, Memorial Day was the day we opened my grandparents' beach house every year. My grandparents had a beach house down on Long Beach Island. They got it right after the hurricane of 62. I think they got it in 63.
Yeah. They bought it in
So-
63, yeah.
They had it in 63, and none of us were around yet, but they got it, and we always went down. We would spend weekends down there, and it is Memorial Day weekend was the weekend that you went down and opened up the house.
And that's what it was. I mean, as far as the Jersey Shore, if you go to the Jersey Shore, you would start on Memorial Day. It started earlier and earlier and earlier, but the big weekend is Memorial Day.
Yes.
They put the lights on the island a week ahead of time. All the shops are opening up.
Right.
It's just
And for us, we would go down, and all the men would go around and take down all the shutters, because this was it was a summer house, no heat or anything like that. So take down the shutters, put the screens in. You had to. I was thinking
on the
about
water.
it. You had to turn on the water. You had to sweep everything out because the sand blew in over the winter. You had to make sure that.
She used to put coverings on the furniture too.
Yeah, you had to take off the coverings, because I remember taking off the coverings of the beds, and then we had the chenille bed
Spreads.
bedspreads that went over. Um, they had a whole bunch of the wrought iron twin beds that were just in all
Yeah.
the different rooms for all the kids.
It was all very dormitory-like.
Yeah, I mean,
Multiple
it was
beds per room kind of thing.
nobody had their own room. The parents had their own rooms.
Yeah.
But other than that, no child had their own room. It was just you had to share because it was all the grandkids. And we went down on Saturday, and you cleaned out everything, took down the took down the shutters, and then Saturday afternoon you got to go to the beach, unless you were stuck on yard duty and you had to mow the lawn.
Yeah.
But it was always you opened the house for Memorial Day, so that was like the beginning, because then you hoped that you would go down every weekend after that,
Right.
even if you were still in school. You hoped and hoped that you'd be able to go down every weekend. And pretty much we did. And then once we started getting jobs down there, then we were lucky enough to be able to stay the entire summer. But the weekends at the beginning, that was
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And then there was the glorious summer that we went down and
We never went home.
we never went home. We would hear my mother talking to my father and on Sunday nights, and we'd be like, are we going? Are we going?
But we'd listen to them to see whether whether we have to go pack our bags or whatever. And it
Right.
was just every weekend Dad would go without us.
We'd stay.
We'd stay.
It was such a glorious summer.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what we want to know is, what kind of vacation do you like to take? Do you like to take the vacations where you go and you just relax and you sit like on a beach or by the pool or something like that and you just relax? Or do you like to go on the vacations where you do something?
And I think it depends, because our sister and brother-in-law are, we're talking about, they're going on a cruise next year. And they were talking about it and how nice, they love to go cruising. And to us, that's an anathema because we hate boats.
Big not a fan of boats.
But the idea of going someplace where you're stuck, there's nothing you can do, and you're forced to relax, and they feed you.
Well, there's an awful lot going on the boat, and
Yeah,
I
but
mean
you're not,
that's
but
the
you're not
thing.
driving.
You're not driving.
I mean,
No.
you have entertainment,
Right.
but you don't have to get from one place to another and get this done in this day because you have to get to the next place, or Disney, where you're trying to cram in as much as you possibly can because you paid a king's ransom for the opportunity. And so it's just, or do you want to just like go to a cabin and hide away and
I was thinking about it because I lean heavily towards going and sitting on the beach, or if not the beach, someplace warm where I can sit and read a book, and I don't want the responsibilities of my everyday life with me. I want to get away from that and be away where there's nothing I can do as far as the business is concerned, because I have no access to the yarn or the fabric or anything like that. So
I don't want to cook. I don't want to entertain. I don't want to be responsible for dishes or cleaning up.
it's
So
just
like a resort thing
but then there
where
are
they bring
times
you, but in the mood I'm in right now, I just,
right. But then there are times where the thought of going to visit the mouse is like, I'm really, really excited
Right.
about that, and that's something. So it's just
we're driving across the country.
right. So which is the way to go? I think it depends.
I think you need one
on,
of each.
Yeah. Multiple vacations. Because you go on the one where you do all the things, like going to Disney or that kind of thing, and then you come home and you need a vacation from your vacation.
Yeah, because I mean, you
Because-
come back and it's like, okay, now I have to go back to life. Where was the vacation?
Right. You've been going, and you have all these great memories, but you're exhausted. And then there's the one where you go away and you relax, and then you come back and you're like, I have to go back to my life because where are the Mai Tais and everything. So what are people saying?
Let's see. Let's get through all the lovely comments on our Twitters. Carol says, relaxing, books and yarn, a time of rest. Water, definitely best vacation place of dreams. Janet likes to explore. Lydia says she's trading Miami, Florida for Ann Arbor, Michigan, a nice house on Lake Huron with her yarn, books, quaint restaurants, nice people, and beautiful weather. That sounds fabulous.
Yes.
That sounds fabulous.
Yes.
Regina are they're snowbirds now, so they go to Florida for several months and then back to the country for the rest of her time. We feel we're on vacation all the time, living the good life.
Okay.
You deserve.
Yes.
So, Ruth Ann says she loves Disney World with her adult daughter. Disney with kids it didn't like so much. To me, that's like a nightmare.
Yeah.
Actually, vacation with kids is a nightmare because it's not a vacation.
No, it absolutely is
It's a
not.
vacation for them, but it's not a vacation.
It's
for
not
you.
for you at all. For us, we never did Disney or anything like that.
As children.
As children, we did it. As adults, not nearly as many times as I would like. I would love to go back.
Right.
Yeah, no, doing it with children. I would like to do it with like my nephews, where I'm in one hotel and they're in another hotel, and I get to watch them have the fun of doing Disney, but I'm not responsible for them.
And as soon as, I've filled them with sugar and they get cranky because of lines and
Right.
stuff. Well, hey, see ya.
Yeah.
The ants are going for drinks. Bye.
Yep. It's happy time for the ants.
Yolanda says lake, family, relaxing, and small town thrift stores and good food. The trip we took to Massachusetts, where we were kind of relaxing, and then we'd go into Northampton, or
Oh,
we
that
went up
was
to,
nice.
We went up to Vermont for a little bit, but then we'd come back for the afternoon and just relax. That was a really good one. 'Cause
Yeah,
it was
that
a
was
little bit
nice.
of both.
And the year we went to Rhinebeck, but we didn't actually go to Rhinebeck, and we walked around Hudson.
Yeah.
That was fun. I liked that a lot.
Yeah.
So
Norma says travel is for doing stuff. Vacation equals beach.
that
Okay,
I
that's a
see
very
now
good
that,
distinction.
Yeah, that's really a good distinction, and I saw that come through, and I'm like, oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Travel is for doing things.
Vacation is relaxing.
Yeah. Okay.
And either way, I want to leave. I don't want to be in my house. I don't want the staycation thing. I want to go.
Yeah.
It has to be different.
Oh yeah. No, I don't want to do it here, because I never escape when we're here. It's always, oh, well, an order came through, and we have the yarn, we can send it out.
But even that, you can
And
shut
it's
that
just-
off, but you can't leave everything.
No, you can't. I will accept that some of the responsibility will be coming with me because the dogs come with us. But,
Let's see. Genevieve says ocean, nothing to do, eat out, sleep, and audiobook.
well, see, considering she's beach girl, I would expect
Yeah.
nothing less, Genevieve.
Wendy says right now she uses her vacation to visit her mother, so when I'm there, I only want to sit and visit with her.
That's
That's-
nice.
yeah.
That's really nice.
Jenny says we're heading to Vegas tomorrow.
Ooh.
Not sure if I'll like it or not. Bring plenty of knitting. Isn't it kind of hot in Vegas?
I don't know that Vegas is the right place for me. There's
I think
way
Vegas
too many.
is
it's like
Hey, I
overload.
saw it, but I'm going to hate it.
Yeah, I really think that Vegas is like going to be sensation overload. For me, I equate it with Times Square in New York City, and that is, I walk through it as quickly as I can without, getting hurt.
I was thinking about when we went to England, where London was our least favorite part.
Yeah.
It was overcrowded. It was a city, and we have Meredith and I are lucky enough that we have always lived with access to New York City, so that's not new to us. So to us, London was like, okay, there's the palace. Let's go back to the Cotswolds.
Yeah.
Joyce says, hi ladies, just finishing up work before I go for her mammogram. Enjoy the long holiday weekend. Headed to Ireland on Wednesday. So excited.
Oh, Joyce, I'm so jealous of you. Oh, you're going to have such a good time. I hope you have a wonderful time.
Somebody says they don't understand why adults love Disney. Can someone explain? I guess if it's a preference.
It's like, kind of like how some people love Vegas.
Yeah.
And it's not for us. We like the whimsical side, the magical side of Disney.
Yeah, and because I don't even go necessarily for the rides or anything like that, but just, yeah.
Yeah, I think
It's clean. It's extremely well run.
it is overpriced. You're going to pay a
Yeah,
lot for food and drinks and that kind of thing.
It is a highway
But-
robbery,
It's just.
but you pay for what you get because it is just, it's all inclusive fun.
Right. And we love Disney movies and the Disney characters. It's started going around again on social media, the video that's Disney did as an ad about 6 years ago where the duck is with his parents and he finds the Donald Duck cartoon and he carries it with him from place to place and practices being Donald Duck. Honestly, that is like one of my favorite things of all time.
Yeah.
I absolutely adore that. And then watching then another one that we were passing around in our family was the Golden Retriever, who's a service dog who loves Goofy, and he got to go
I think it was
to
Pluto.
Disney or Pluto.
No, it was no, you're
No,
right, it was Goofy.
It was Goofy. Yeah, he got to go to Disney and he met Goofy in person, and he just, basically turned himself inside out. He was having so much fun. So it's just one of those things that you watch that, and I am the Golden Retriever, when I see Pooh or Stitch or something like that. So that it's just, for us, Disney is a happy place for us. Very happy place. Anyway, keep
Okay.
going.
Awkward and Crafty. I used to love camping near Pymatuning Lake, but it's now more work with the kids and all, and I don't enjoy it as much. Now I'd rather do a girls' weekend in a hotel with my bestie.
That would be nice. That would be very nice. Or getting together
Like a crafting weekend or something.
in an Airbnb type of
Yeah.
thing. That's close enough that you can do takeout.
Oh yeah, because our Airbnbs are always like in the middle of nowhere.
But you could do it that you share cooking duties, and then it wouldn't be too bad.
I like the one where who did it? Where everybody got assigned a color, and they had to bring food of that color.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
So that was fun. Karen likes to relax at the beach or in a cabin in the mountains. I do like to explore local shops and new restaurants. Reading time and knitting is a must. Yeah.
We always do the reading time and knitting time we get in. The new restaurants, we always do takeout because we always have the dogs with us.
Right.
And we just have to get it to a point where they're comfortable staying by themselves and we can go out for dinner.
So that's not always necessarily part of. There are people who love to go out to eat and
Right.
taste the food and that kind of thing, and we're more the ambiance and the settings as opposed to worrying so much about the food.
Right. And let's face it, shopping. We
Right.
love to go shopping.
Carla liked Las Vegas, lots of fun things planned there, and she's not a gambler, but had she known Jimmy Beans was in the same state, she'd probably have planned a day in Reno too.
Oh, okay. All right.
Snow Baby says in Erie, we have Presque Isle, a beautiful peninsula with several beaches and a beautiful bike path. That is a staycation worth its weight in gold. It is 10 minutes from home. Well, that sounds perfect.
That sounds really nice.
Joyce says thanks as far as her trip to Ireland. She lived in Florida twice, which she hated when she was in the military. Never went to Disney and never will. Karen says there's a kind of joy in Disney. Yes. Regina says when she goes to Florida, it's to see the Gulf, not a mouse.
Okay. I know that there are a lot of people
I mean,
that love
that's
the Gulf of Mexico.
That is one thing I want to do is the Keys.
Yeah. Oh,
the Florida
yes. I really want to do that.
Yolanda says the best vacation, they rented a lake house in the Rocky Mountains in British Columbia, took all the kids and grandchildren for 10 days. It was fabulous.
I'll bet.
Yeah.
I'll bet that was like a lot of fun.
I always think that I want to be like, not camping, but like a little cabin in the mountains or in the woods and that kind of thing. And then you step outside and there are bugs.
And that just blows it.
Yeah. Just like
Ruins
everything. The bugs
everything.
ruin everything.
So I started following somebody during the pandemic who was working on Mackinac Island in Michigan.
Oh, that is.
And that I think would be a lot of fun because I'm pretty sure you're not even
you
allowed
ditch
to
your
bring
car.
your car.
Yeah, you have to. I'm pretty sure you have to take the boat over and you ditch the car.
Yeah, and you have to,
Golf carts and horse-drawn carriages.
and bikes.
Yeah.
That's it. So I always thought that would be lots of fun. That's in Michigan. And that's kind of on my bucket list of things to do. Okay, so here's the next question. Where's your favorite place to go on vacation? Now that you've decided whether you're going to travel or vacation, because traveling too,
Yeah.
or vacation, where's your favorite place? We have already said that we do love the mouse, and we do, don't mind giving them their money.
Yeah.
So whenever we get to go, what have we been twice?
kind of 3 times because we went spring training. We
Yeah, but
walked
we-
into the grounds for that.
Yeah, but we didn't really do the
We couldn't afford the parks.
right. So we've done it twice. I would love to do it more times because I really
Well, they've
enjoy
added
it.
so much too because I mean we want to do the whole Star Wars experience
Yeah.
and
I mean, the
We've
Animal
never
Kingdom
done-
was brand new when we were first doing it.
Universal.
That I really
Right.
want to do. The only problem is the crowds. But
But that's Disney too.
yeah.
Excuse our neighbors, landscapers.
So hands down though, we don't go on a whole lot of vacations. But hands down, my favorite so far has been England. I loved
yeah.
going to England. We only had 5 days, but I just
And the next
I
time we'll
loved
go for longer because we're going to go through the expense of bringing my companions. So better make it worth it.
just gonna move over there. But the doing when we went over, we first went to Bath.
No.
No, not Bath. Canterbury.
Canterbury.
And
we
we had-
flew into Heathrow and then we drove to Canterbury.
We had the greatest hotel with. I mean, it was right in the cathedral walls and everything. It was
perfect.
It was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. And we did Stratford, and then we did the Cotswolds, and we wound up in London. And as Helen said, London was our least favorite. Our favorite was the Cotswolds.
Yeah.
We always said that the best way to do it would be to rent a house in the Cotswolds, rent a car, and then make that your travel
Yeah.
hub, and
Just
go out from there. And periodically we go on and find on Airbnb and find Badger's Den and that kind of thing and be like, oh, someday Badgers, we're coming for you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Erin just got back from Lurie Caverns in Virginia for a vacation. That sounds fun. Jess says she has to say that the idea of camping with kids doesn't appeal to her.
Nope.
I don't even like the cabin with kids, cold running water, and outhouse. No, thank you.
Oh my
no.
goodness,
Okay,
no
sorry.
thank you.
No, that's not
I'm
my
gonna
type
just
of.
say
I'm gonna have qualifications for my cabin.
I was gonna say
Number one,
cabin,
no kids.
hot
Even
water,
above the hot water is the no kids.
and I need a bathroom inside.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I really kind of need a bathroom inside. So that's a prerequisite. The Airbnbs that we've done have been good. Just we've always been working.
Yeah.
Almost always been working. So, okay.
Okay, Lydia says her favorite place is Scotland. The Inner and Outer Hebrides, to be specific. She loves visiting the crofts, yarn shops, riding ferries, and just taking in some of the most glorious scenery.
That's up there.
Walking
So
the
high
Highlands
up
with
there.
my dog is like total bucket list. I know it's freezing. I know it's not going to be nearly as romantic as I think it is, but
The Highlands of Scotland and the
Yeah.
moors of Wales.
Yeah.
It's just anyway.
Carol says travel. She wants to do Ireland and Scotland are her favorite places ever. Dream place is Iceland. Vacation at the Outer Banks Beach House with an ocean view and balcony. We had, before our lives got upended, we had a show down in the Outer Banks that we were going to do. And we had an Airbnb down there. We were so excited. We had taken extra days and everything, and then we had to cancel.
Life went down.
So yes, the Outer Banks are definitely on our list.
My brother does it. He loves going to the Outer Banks with the kids.
Yeah, they do the turtle run, where the turtles return. I think they're returning,
Yeah.
and then the ghost crabs. They go out looking for the ghost crabs. Okay.
I have
Joyce-
never gone to a hotel for a vacation. We have done hotels on the way to
As a stop.
things. Right.
Well, no, you have Disney.
Okay. Yes. Okay. But it's never been, it's not something that we do very often. So it's like, it's always, you're staying overnight and getting out at like 8:00 in the morning.
Well, if you think about vacations, like when we were kids, if we ever went on one, there were so many of us that a hotel is just cram as many people into one room as you can afford, and then
Oh, well, yeah, that was,
Okay, so back to this. Joyce says Erin Lorray is fun. She lives a couple hours east of there, and her dog and I absolutely love Shenandoah National Park.
I think Shenandoah
cool.
National Park would be gorgeous.
Yeah. And she also says she doesn't really have a favorite place these days. When she lived in New York, she loved going anywhere in New England. New England is just, yeah.
New England is an awesome place to go.
Jess says now she has to find where she can take the pup.
Yep.
That's always just a prereq. That's understood. It's a prerequisite.
And a lot of hotels
even
are
Disney,
accepting them.
Disney does doggy daycare, and they have the wilderness cabins will allow you to bring your dogs. Not that I've looked into it or anything.
Not that we've planned this or anything.
Awkward and Crafty says she absolutely loves Louisville, Kentucky. I love the people, the history, the city in general. She doesn't drink, but love the experience of bourbon tours and all the history that they can encompass.
We did Louisville on the way down to Asheville.
Kentucky?
We have something from Louisville.
Do we?
We have a Christmas ornament from it. That's the
Okay.
only thing I remember from it. It
It
was
was probably like a quick stop through.
right. So it is one of them. It's like Savannah, Louisville,
Because that was a great drive. We drove the
Blue Ridge Mountain.
Blue Ridge Mountain Highway. That was a great drive.
Yeah.
Let's see. Elizabeth says, welcome from Tennessee. Joyce says, overseas, Italy and Crete were great.
Do you know there's a place in Italy that you can pay to walk donkeys? You just go on the
hike
trek
with your
with the
donkey.
donkeys. You don't ride them. You just walk with them.
We often tell ourselves when we don't want to like get up and move, like, how are we ever going to go walking with donkeys?
Yeah.
Jess says she needs to be able to take the pup and really need an indoor bathroom and a good bed nowadays. Yes. Erin says she drove through Shenandoah Park on the way home. It's absolutely glorious. Karen says her favorites are Sedona, Shenandoah Mountains, Treasure Island, Florida, and the Outer Banks. Where's Treasure Island other than in a Kipling book?
Yeah.
Yolanda says Tofino, Victoria Island, British Columbia coast. Whale watching, mountains, ocean, and they had a young man playing the saxophone out on the pier. That sounds wonderful. Prince Edward Island is on our list too.
Oh, yeah.
And Janet says California is a fun place to visit. Ocean, sequoia forest, parks, fun, shops, and cool nights. Absolutely. As far as the sequoia, I definitely would love to go see the sequoias.
Oh, it's
And the
huge.
redwoods.
And the coastal highway.
Yeah,
You know,
Pacific
driving the
Coast
coastal highway
Yeah.
and everything. That's, and I haven't been to the San Diego Zoo. And people keep telling me how awesome that is.
Yeah.
So.
I don't need LA or the traffic.
Is
But I know
Treasure
they
Island in Florida? Because there is a Treasure Island, Florida. Incredibly wide beaches. Perfect for families with gentle Gulf waters that lap the shore. It's a popular destination for kite flyers. There's even a kite festival each year. You can rent paddle boats or paddle boards, kayaks, and shaded cabanas. Look at me putting a little accent on that. Cabanas from local vendors right on the beach.
Cool.
That sounds like fun.
Janet says yes, the San Diego Zoo is wonderful. It is. I've been there.
Helen got to go for work. I didn't get to go. I was stuck at home teaching. Stupid teaching.
Jess says it sounds weird, but she'd like to visit the Holocaust memorials. The history would be overwhelming. I think it would require reflection days between sites.
I think so.
Yeah. That's
I mean, that's a part of history that,
an overwhelming thing.
yeah. It's just, it's
not vacation to me. I mean, to me, vacation is light and happy and airy,
Yeah.
and I understand that it would be part of a travel because you would have to go to get there.
yeah,
But she said, make it just part of it, not
the whole thing, right? There's so much history
Yeah.
that can't be forgotten. So we did it one time where we were driving and doing baseball parks and doing different ballparks.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
God bless you. Can't edit that out.
Thank you. But it seemed like we were always rushing from one park to another. It doesn't seem like we took time to enjoy anything
It's
in
the thing
between.
because it's when we would get a vacation, you'd save and save and save, and now you want to cram as much into it as
And you have
can.
a very limited amount of time.
Right, and it's just like, okay, I'm spending all the money and da 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 da, so I want to get in as much if I can, and you don't think of the leisurely side of, let's take a break.
Right. Well, also, going to find one of Guy Fieri's diners and drives,
Yeah,
something like that, or going to see the greatest ball of string in the world. You see something along the side of the road and you're like, you know what? We're just going to turn off and do
Right.
that. Because you don't have to be in this place because you have a ball game starting at such and such a time type of thing, So that, I remember when we went to the Cincinnati game, there was a tiny little graveyard across the street that we went through because we were a couple of minutes early. But, yeah, it's just...
that was stressful because we were traveling as adults with
Yeah.
our parents.
It's just...
They do things differently.
Oh, you should see us going through museums with the rest of the family. It drives me insane.
Well, there's only one person there that takes their time.
Absolutely doesn't take their time. They practically repaint the damn thing by the time they're done.
My mother likes to experience. Tanya says trains or ride on the Orient Express. I would love to go on a long train ride.
So would I.
I need to be in a luxury cabin. Have all the... I don't want to be in a bunk or, falling out of my thing, that kind of thing. But yes, a lovely luxury train ride would be great.
There's one that goes across Canada
Yeah.
that I always thought would be really cool because I always, it was part of one of the Dick Francis books. And I always thought that was really cool.
Yeah. Lydia says, funny that you mentioned Bath. We stayed at a B&B built in the 1600s, located just steps from the cathedral. We helped some locals open the locks to let a longboat go through. It was great memories. Oh, that sounds fantastic.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
I want to do way more in England.
yeah. Yeah, I think we just need to go spend a year there.
I'd be okay with that. I mean, we're paying $45,000 to get the guys over. Why not?
I don't think it's that much.
No, it's not. It might...
Maybe 10. But Jess says on the lighter side, she would like a foodie vacation. She wants to see how famous foods are made, like Hershey Factory, etc. That would
Yeah,
be
I
fun.
think that would be cool. I also think going and doing something where the Julia Child house,
Oh, okay.
where you learn to cook the Julia Child way
okay,
type
yeah.
of thing. So it's part of your whole thing, but you spend some time just learning how to make some of the local
Local
foods.
fare, yeah.
Let me go through Italy and have you teach me how to cook. That would be cool. Stanley
I have to go
Tucci, take me with
hike
you.
with the donkeys because I'm going to eat my way.
Oh my God. You're just going to have to roll me back through.
Another wheel of cheese, please.
Oh my God. Put the fettuccine in the block of cheese. I would have so much fun in Italy.
Regina says she loves the panhandle of Florida. 30A, Key West, Charleston, South Carolina. A peaceful cruise ship in the middle of the ocean. Everything except the cruise ship I do want to do.
I have a deep, deep, deep fear of being over open water.
Because Savannah, we only spent a day there, but that was such a gorgeous city.
Yes. Yeah.
Charlotte says, come to Oxford. Okay.
All right. All right. Yeah, we will
I got
come.
my bag's packed.
Yeah, I have my go bag.
Carla says, cruising is fun and wildly addicting. Finding that behind the ear motion sickness patch was a game changer. I'm hoping it will also work at amusement
Okay.
parks. Okay.
All right. So behind the ear motion sickness, because that's my big thing with boats. I get seasick.
Because I love the idea of going places where you need to take a ferry.
Right.
And you're standing on the boat and, the cars and and that kind of thing, but it's just the seasickness. So we'll have to check into that.
Right.
Lydia says this may sound morbid, but she loves to visit old historical cemeteries like Père Lachaise in Paris. Well, I mean, it's in Paris.
Let's just start there, And if you have somebody who doesn't want to do that, then you go eat gelato. Or no, you go eat
Baguette.
the baguettes and stuff, and I'll do the cemetery.
Plus, I mean, I like walking through the older cemeteries too, just seeing the tombstones and if you can read the dates and those kind of things. I find that, and it's just, that's a relaxing part. That's like your, respite from the running around and being
Right.
crazy.
There's also the catacombs going underneath, where
I don't know.
the closed in would be hard. Besides, I've read way too many things with,
There's the closed in
stuff that goes in.
and then there's the horror.
right, that goes on down there. There's so many things. I saw something where somebody put up, this is the first place everybody goes when they go to Paris, and it's the Eiffel Tower. This is the first place I go, and it's the boulangerie.
Okay.
And it's the bakery, the patisserie. So
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, to me, Paris, it's sort of like London, going to England. Oh, I went to London, I saw the palace, great. Now let me go find the little, the Cotswolds, and then like Paris, go find the alleyways and the old architecture, and, I'll walk by Notre Dame and the Eiffel Tower because I'm there.
right.
But, then just go find the smaller, quaint
And find the
parts of
street
it.
markets where you can get the loaf of bread and the
Right.
little pieces of cheese and the grapes and everything.
But
and go-
where they show where they're walking through the alleyways where
Yeah.
the cars won't even fit in.
Yeah.
Their little shops down there, and the
I-
buildings are practically falling over. Just
I would love to do Germany too, just because of the fairy tale villages that they've got and the Black
yeah, and
Forest,
the
in
forest,
and around
yeah.
the Black Forest. I think that would be, because so many of the fairy tales started there, so that would be awesome.
Yeah. Jess says they used to go see her son at Davis Monthan Air Force Base. And then they take a day or two at the end to go see stuff on her own. That's how we ended up in a helicopter over the Grand Canyon.
Okay,
Yeah.
that,
She also loves the idea of the learn to cook vacation.
the whole, we wound up in a helicopter over the Grand Canyon. That's a nice drop in there.
She had said, I missed it before. I know she had said something about it.
Oh,
earlier.
okay.
Liz says she loves history and other locations and also national parks and landmarks. Yeah, I mean, Yellowstone, I'd love to go to. Rushmore, that whole thing.
The whole Grand Canyon thing
Yeah.
too.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, that's good. Yeah.
I saw that somebody said that we should watch
Ruth Ann
somebody
says,
feed Phil, and
Yeah.
I just saw somebody else talking about it, talking about him and how cute he is. So we have to find this.
Yeah,
Because they were talking about what a great show it is.
perfect knitting, I think.
Yeah. They are
What is
moving
it that-
in across
is
the
he trying
street.
to
The
back in?
U-Haul is right in front of our house.
There's a moving truck backing in.
Yeah, there's a family that's moving in across the street, and this is a busy street, so they're trying to get moving trucks in and out.
And
It's
traffic is
difficult.
not patient.
No,
People are not patient around here.
no, they are not.
Carol says the catacombs in Paris are a million steps down and very creepy, but
Okay.
worth seeing.
See, nope.
Lydia says, been to the catacombs. It was very eerie. We were the last ones in, and so we were basically alone.
Oh, goody.
No. Erin says she would eat her way through Paris. I mean, really, other than, I'd eat my way through
Yes.
just about anywhere.
That's one of the reasons you go.
Carla says she follows Franklin Habit, and he lives in Paris, and once in a while he does live videos walking through Paris. It's as close as she can get to Paris until she wins the Powerball.
That
And I do follow him as well.
yeah,
so,
he's got some really cool things. He kind of finds some macabre things too, though. He
Yeah.
finds some weird things, but he is living the dream right now, just living in Paris.
Lydia says that if we want to walk down a street that looks like it is straight out of The Hobbit, yes.
Okay.
Visit the Shambles in York. It's so very cool.
Okay. Because there's so many different places that we didn't get to, like Sherwood Forest and places that Stonehenge, all of them.
Or we went and found poo sticks.
Oh my God, we had so much fun with the Pooh Sticks River.
I mean, we were playing poo sticks on the literal poo sticks bridge.
It was amazing.
So ask me why I love Disney.
Yeah.
I went to England so I could play poo sticks.
It was one of our first stops.
We spent so much money at the poo shop.
We did. But we still have some of the stuff, and it's
Yeah.
really, we still have the memories. I
Oh,
mean, we
yeah.
still remember. So, I mean, I remember so much about England. Can't remember what I was going into the room to get, but
Yeah, and some of our other trips, like I remember bits about Nashville, but not that much.
I mean, the Knoll House and everything.
Yeah.
God. The
Oh, and
desserts
that's
there
where-
were terrible.
Oh, that was awful.
Terrible food.
Oh, Ruth says somebody feed Phil is on Netflix.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Thank you
We
very
may go
much.
find that this afternoon. And Lydia says the names are fantastic. Not sure what that's the names of. Maybe that's the Shambles. So
Okay. All right. Well, there's a lot of shouting.
I was going to say,
Going
I think
on
there's gonna
outside?
be a fight now.
I'm not sure what is happening.
And pretty soon my dog's gonna start
And the
feeling the
dogs
need
are
to
outside.
referee.
The dogs are outside, so we have to go see what's going on to make sure that the dogs are okay. So I think we are going to call it here.
This was fun.
This was a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for coming in and doing this with us, because it was just a great way, and now we've all got great ideas of where to go.
And vacation envy.
Yes. However, at some point,
Yes.
we will do it at some point. So we hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I hope you guys are all getting the 3-day weekend. And
Yeah, it's Memorial Day in the States, so we get our 3-day weekend.
right, so enjoy it.
The weather is supposed to be spectacular, at least tomorrow and Sunday. Cooler on Monday, but
Yeah, so that, I mean, everybody have a wonderful weekend. We will be back on Tuesday with our regularly scheduled program. We are going to be talking about how yarn is different when it's knit and crocheted, and
Right.
showing you some different some different things. Examples, that's the word I'm looking
Yeah.
for. Examples. So we did our dyeing today so that we could have our weekend. So we are looking forward to a nice, relaxing weekend. We have one more thing to do today, and then,
let the Memorial Day festivities begin.
yep. So we will see you on Tuesday.
Go forth and create.
Have a great weekend.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.